To the Scientology Community Centre here in Fairhouse in Dublin. And if you haven't tuned in before, just to give you an idea of what we're going to be doing, we have some guests on tonight. Last week we had Finn Cody. And we're going to have them on for a bit of an interview. Then they're going to sing a few songs. Then we're going to talk about a few songs. And then they're going to do a few more songs. And then at the end we'll have an actual intimate kind of interview to find out what these guys are all about. And it's a pleasure to have these guys here tonight who are friends of mine and who I normally bump into when we're going from gig to gig, what we used to before the pandemic started. But just to give them an introduction, it's the Finns. They are a highly successful folk music duo from County Laois, brothers Hugh and Ciaran Finn. Their roots lie in traditional Irish music, but their original songs have been described as alt folk roots or indie folk music with strong hints of blues and rock. They have incredible, catchy, impressive original songs which are very, very easy to fall in love with, and you'll get that when you hear them. Folks, will you please welcome Ciaran and Hugh, the Finns. Hey lads.
What's up? How are you?
Welcome. We can do that much, can we? Should have done that. How are you, Ciaran?
How are you, pal?
You're very welcome, lads. It's a pleasure to have you here. You're going to start off. I was looking at the set list. You're going to do a few original songs with the introduction there that we're saying. So what songs are you going to do, or what kind of, why did you choose these particular 4 songs? Because you have written quite a lot of songs between us.
Yeah, we've written a few. We're delighted, first of all, to be here. Thanks very much. Thanks, Stephen. Nice to see you in the flesh this year.
I'm looking forward to see you play.
And as you said, we're going to play our first 4 songs are going to be our own songs we wrote. We like writing songs quite a lot. And the first one is Folkman. Second one is Freemind, a song that Ciaran wrote when he was 12 or something. He was a bit of a Taylor Swift back then.
Oh, really? 7 years ago, yeah.
7 years ago, okay. Has it changed in the 7 years? The song?
Jesus, it's changed.
Well, before a song is complete, it's only ever really complete when it's recorded, I suppose, isn't it?
The song was half written when I was 16, and then it was finished off then when I was in my some stage.
18.
My early somethings. And
how many years did you? So 7 years, and you wrote it when you were 16. Why did you make it now?
Young whippersnapper.
So you're going to start off with you're going to give them a blast then?
Yeah.
Then we can get more into find out what kind of other songs you're going to do.
Exactly.
The 4 songs the lads are going to do. We'll chat about the songs after, and then we'll get stuck into the interview at the end. But I'll leave it, lads. It's your show.
Sounds
I'm
good.
looking forward to it.
Thank you, pal.
Good luck.
Thank you very much, man. Lovely stuff. Nice one. Nice to be on a lovely stage instead of Ciaran's bedroom for a change. And
it's a studio. It's a studio.
Oh, studio, sorry, yeah. Homemade studio. So we're going to do a song here for you, one of our own ones, as we said, called Folkman. I hope you like it.
Can I get my drum here as well?
I've got the folk blues, I don't play for money, I play for booze. I'm all fucked up, I'm all broke up, but when I sit on the stage I fail to choke up. I'm a folk man, I got the folk blues, I don't play for money, I play for booze. I'm all fucked up, I'm all broke up, but when I sit on the stage I fail to choke up. I'm a folk man. I'm a folk man, I have a beard that's rugged, I fierce long hair, no fear I'll cut it. My voice is worn, I smoke too many, in the regular bender down a Milton Malby. I'm a folk man. And I'm a folk man, I'm full of stories, I'm singing songs of past glories, singing songs of kicking there, you can stare, but make a face. I'm a folk man. And I'm a folk man, I write melodies of hardships and of harmonies. In reality of this cultured land, for the working man I'll make a stand. I'm a folk man. And I'm a folk man, I've been around this world to Nashville.
Down to Mexico.
My heart never aches for my hometown. Till I get home, I then kiss the ground. I'm a folk man, I got the folk blues. I don't play for money, I play for booze. I'm all folked up, I'm all broke up, but when I sit on the stage I fail to choke up. I'm a folk man, I got the folk blues. I don't play for money, I play for booze. I'm all folked up, I'm all broke up, but when I sit on the stage I fail to choke up. I'm a folk man, I'm a folk man, I'm a folk man, I'm a folk man. Thank you. Nice one. That's our first song there called Folkman, and we're going to do another one here. A song called Freemind, the song that Ciaran wrote when he was in his nappies.
All right, okay. Enough of the slagging now, enough of the slagging. Nothing is free now, my mind. I long to see you again, today or tomorrow. It won't be so bad. The silence breaks free now of my mind. I long to see you again, today or tomorrow. It won't be so bad. And as we grow older and apart, things just never seem to go right. And now that I've fallen, crawling down on my grace hands and knees, to picture you softly is a sin I never want to confess. Not in this lifetime, my time well spent. Nothing is free now but my mind. I long to see you again, today or tomorrow. It won't be so bad. The silence breaks free now of my mind. I long to see you again, today or tomorrow. It won't be so bad. Took our time, we figured out it wasn't right to scream and shout. The path that you've chosen, frozen down on my bruised, battered skin. You held your chin, you made a fist. You walked away, you were sorely missed. The road is yours, baby. Maybe I'll come to. Nothing is free now but my mind. I long to see you again, today or tomorrow. It won't be so bad. Silence breaks free now of my mind. I long to see you again, today or tomorrow. It won't be so bad. Da, 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 da. da 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 da. Nothing is free now but my mind. I long to see you again, today or tomorrow. It's gotta be tomorrow. It won't be so bad. The silence breaks free now of my mind. I long to see you again, today or tomorrow. It won't be so bad. Silence breaks free now, and I'm fine. Thanks very much. There's a song there called Freemind. When we're, I have the air applause here, I swear. Okay, so we're going to do another one of our own songs. This one is a more recent song, as in not 30 years old. This one is a song called Passage, and it's kind of a song about reminiscing about good times with good and old friends. Long-time friends, I guess, instead of old.
It's a Sharpie one.
I was carrying around an orange plaque for the last 3 hours and then lost it 5 minutes before. 5 minutes before we went on, and you don't have an orange plaque.
Oh, there it is. It's behind you. I found it. This happens every Friday.
The consummate professionals. Right, there we go. I just couldn't see it. Right.
Yeah. Here's a song called Passage West. Reminisce of our camping trip we took in Donegal, when we brought back those naughty girls and the tent began to fall. And never have I laughed so hard as we tried to make them stay. The rain was pouring down and we were well on our way. We'll have a pint or two, my friend, which will probably overdo, and we'll open up the bottle of the memories we've been through. Remember down in Passage West on a boat just made for one, we rowed around in circles until the sun was almost gone, singing row, row, row your boat gently down a stream. It was then we changed the lyrics to life it is a dream. We'll have a pint or two, my friends, which will probably overdo, and we'll open up the bottle of the memories we've been through. We'll have a pint or two, my friends, which will probably overdo, and we'll open up the bottle of the memories we've been through. I miss those days, those carefree ways when we were young. Those are good times, we were 18 to 21. I miss those days, those carefree ways when we were young. Those are good times, we were 18 to 21. Don't regret when we hired a van and we drove through Connor's Pass. The engine, it was making noise since we drove up on the grass. How many French and Germans did we meet along the way? After breaking down beside a wall as we walked to Dingle Bay, we were all sick and feverish and Dolan had the flu, and Johnny produced some whiskey and the sun came smiling through. We'll have a pint or two, my friend, which will probably overdo, and we'll open up the bottle of the memories we've been through. We'll have a pint or two, my friends, which will probably overdo, and we'll open up the bottle of the memories we've been through. 'Cause we'll have that pint or two, my friend, which by now is overdue, and a bottle full of memories, a toast to me and you. Ooh, thank you. Nice one, thank you. Thank you, camera people. All right, nice.
I can't believe these 500 people aren't clapping for us. This is crazy. Okay, so we're going to do another song here before we have a little chat again with Stephen. A song called My Hometown, and it's another one of our own songs, inspired by where we're from, a town in Laois called Rathdowney, and from an area called Cunnaburra. But we've been out there a long time, but the older we get, the more we kind of miss it, I think. And this can relate to anyone who's kind of missing their hometown, or indeed their home country and like that as well. So this is My Hometown. This is on our album Creations, an album we brought out a couple of years ago.
I can smell the rain on the dusty ground, playing conkers from the trees you've found, watching tractors cut the meadow grass. On the wall, watch the world go past. Bring me back to my hometown, by the quiet fields, near the ash trees. Bring me back to my hometown, to its slumber, its burning ember, running down the old wood lane, to roads of barns to shelter rain, swinging on that seat you made. The sky is clear, it's a different shade. Bring me back to my hometown, by the quiet fields, near the ash trees. Bring me back to my hometown, to its slumber, its burning ember. Bring me back to my hometown, by the quiet fields, near the ash trees. Bring me back to my hometown, to its slumber, its burning ember. The river floods with no regard for man, a lake vista from where you stand. Dandelion seeds blow through the air, this darling town and its debonair. Bring me back to my hometown, by the quiet fields, near the ash trees. Bring me back to my hometown, to its slumber, its burning ember. Bring me back to my hometown, to its quiet fields, near the ash trees. Bring me back to my hometown, to its slumber, its burning ember. Bring me back to my hometown, by the quiet fields, near the ash trees. Bring me back to my hometown. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I heard someone clapping over yonder. Thank you. There's a door closing there. Very nice. How are you, Steve?
Hello, lads. Impressive stuff, lads.
Oh, good stuff. Thank you.
Once again, for me, being in the audience, of this huge place.
You didn't even clap for us, Stephen.
And over there, and of course the camera crew and everybody. The sound out there is absolutely brilliant. It's cool. Superb. You've got a good few people tuning in as well, watching. And,
nice one. Hello to everybody out there.
There's a couple of questions from people asking, where's the bearded fella?
Oh, don't be...
Folkman, is that
Folkman,
the one? Yeah.
The character we used there. Some people think he's real, so I won't say too much.
Okay. Is there a story behind that, or what was the idea of that song and the video? I've seen the video with the Folkman and the bearded guy. Like, where did that come from? Or you've got you've got the caps as well.
I got the cap as well there. Yeah. Well, Folkman is just like a fictional character. He just kind of a lad that you'd see walking down Temple Bar with the guitar on his back and the scraggly hair and the big bushy beard, a bit like this fella here, to be honest.
Like one of us.
And scraggly jeans, scraping off the puddles and all.
These are my best jeans.
But the story is just based on that kind of a fictional character. We all know one, and then in our live streams this last year, one day I just decided to put on a wig, a big long scraggly wig and a beard. I think it was like someone out of Lord of the Rings with the costume, so I just used it as Folkman. But that's it, bit of crack.
Did I see his interview or you had Folkman in a video or something like that before though?
See, this one gets really complicated. We try to mess with the minds of the people sometimes. They think it's me, and then we...
We're bursting out of bubbles tonight.
Yeah. Be careful.
This wasn't discussed as a band.
This wasn't the question.
No, it's not actually. But
no.
I'm just sorry for putting you on the spot.
We just constantly have a bit of crack with him. And that's all.
It is a bit of crack. Honestly, the hat as well. I hadn't noticed until you were.
That's it. That's a bit of the merchandise we have there.
There's a couple of comments going in actually that they hadn't seen so many close-ups of you, and someone said they didn't realise how tall you were. You and stuff like that.
Continue.
So it's interesting. No, I don't have all the... I don't have
I've actually started working on my posture just literally 5 days ago. So that's it.
Oh, really? Okay.
I always slouch. So it's only since Monday I've started a diet and I've started on my posture. I'm working on my abs as well, but I won't show you those.
And you have the platform shoes as well. About that.
What about the song Passage? What's the story behind that? The Naughty Girls song someone's after posting there. What's going on here? I know nothing about this now, so explain.
Well, the Naughty Girls song is just, it got that nickname because it's some lyrics in the song says,
we brought back some naughty girls.
Oh, we brought back some naughty girls back to the tents, and,
I was listening,
and we're getting really drunk, and they were trying to leave, and then it started to rain, and the tent was falling down, and we wrote the song. I can't remember the actual exact lyrics, but that's around those kind of.
Okay, brilliant. And those 4 songs that you did, are they 4 songs on a particular album, or they separate on different albums, or what way are them songs that you just did?
Yeah, well, Folkman, Freemind, and the last one there, My Hometown, were on our debut album called Creations, and Passage West, the one we're talking about there, is on our upcoming album.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, we'll talk about the album launch actually later. That I was actually at your album launch. Oh, yeah. What song is he going to do next?
We're going to do some songs of the sea, or
some sea shanties. That's what you used to been doing. There's some new album or something that you're doing with sea shanty songs. Is that right?
Yeah, well, we always wanted to do a song, an album of sea shanties. So we like them, and since they're kind of popular at the moment as well, we'll jump on board. We'll jump on the bandwagon. Continue the bandwagon.
Absolutely.
And we'll sing 2 songs of the sea. Bully in the Alley and another one there, yeah.
And are they 2 songs that are off the album that it's not released yet? Is it the album, or is there going to be releasing it soon?
It's probably not soon.
Okay.
We have a couple
of you're working
projects, on. Yeah, we have a couple of projects to get out before we put that one out there. It might kind of happen kind of as we're getting the other ones out at the same time, when we're preparing the other songs. But we'll see.
Okay, brilliant. Do you just want to give them a blast then?
We will.
Yes,
okay, let's just at it.
A harmy hearties.
Look, lads.
All right, so this first one's called Bully in the Alley. And in sailor terms, sailors have lots of different terms for all sorts of stuff. They don't really speak proper common English. They usually put nicknames and everything and all that kind of stuff. And this one's called Bully in the Alley. And bully is sailor terms for being drunk. And alley is sailor terms for a channel of water. So this fella was drunk on the water. Bully in the Alley, here we go.
thanks to everybody for tuning in. Hello out there. We'd love to see your little comments there, but okay, we can't. There we go.
3, 4.
Help me, Bob, and Polly in the alley. Way, hey, Polly in the alley. Help me, Bob, and Polly in the alley. Polly down a shinbone now. Sally is the girl that I love dearly. Way, hey, Polly in the alley. Sally is the girl that I splice nearly. Polly down a shinbone now. Help me, Bob, and Polly in the alley. Way, hey, Polly in the alley. Help me, Bob, and Polly in the alley. Polly down a shinbone now. For 7 long years I courted Sally. Way, hey, Polly in the alley. All she did was dilly and dally. Polly down a shinbone now. Help me, Bob, and Polly in the alley. Way, hey, Polly in the alley. Help me, Bob, and Polly in the alley. Polly down a shinbone now. If ever I get back and marry Sally. Way, hey, Polly in the alley. Signed on a big ship I went a whaling. Polly down a shinbone now. Help me, Bob, and Polly in the alley. Way, hey, Polly in the alley. Help me, Bob, and Polly in the alley. Polly down the shinbone now. If ever I get back and marry Sally. Way, hey, Polly in the alley. Had 6 kids and live in Shinbone Alley. Polly down a shinbone now. Help me, Bob, and Polly in the alley. Way, hey, Polly in the alley. Help me, Bob, and Polly in the alley. Polly down a shinbone now. I thought I heard an old man saying, way, hey, Polly in the alley. One more pull and we be laying. Bully down the shinbone now. Help me, Bob, and Bully in the alley. Way, hey, Bully in the alley. Help me, Bob, and Bully in the alley. Bully down the shinbone now. Oh, help me, Bob, and Bully in the alley. Way, hey, Bully in the alley. Help me, Bob, I'm Bully in the alley. Bully down in shinbone alley. All right, thanks very much. Some Bully in the alley there for you, for all the sailors out there. Stephen, looking at you. All right, so
Stephen's a landlubber.
oh, he's a landlubber.
He's a landlubber.
So Captain Kidd, yeah.
Yeah.
This next one is about a very famous seafaring fella back in the 17th century by the name of Captain Kidd. He was a well-to-do New Yorker, and he went across the seas privateering, and then he was accused by the King of England of piracy. So he was hanged in London at the Old Bailey. So this is a song about this guy here called Captain Kidd. 2, 3, 4. Captain Kidd, as I sailed, my name is Captain Kidd, as I sailed. My name is Captain Kidd, God's laws I did forbid, and most wickedly I did as I sailed. My father taught me well to shun the gates of hell, but against him I rebelled as I sailed. He shoved the Bible in my hand, but I left it in the sand, and I pulled away from land as I sailed. My name is Captain Kidd, as I sailed, oh, my name is Captain Kidd, as I sailed. My name is Captain Kidd, and God's laws I did forbid, and most wickedly I did as I sailed. I murdered William Moore, and I left him in his gore, 20 leagues from shore as I sailed. And being crueler still, the gunner I did kill, all his precious blood did spill as I sailed. My name is Captain Kidd, as I sailed, oh my name is Captain Kidd, as I sailed. My name is Captain Kidd, and God's laws I did forbid, and most wickedly I did as I sailed. I was sick and nigh to death, and I vowed at every breath to walk in wisdom's path as I sailed. But my repentance lasted not, my vows I soon forgot, my damnation is my lot as I sailed. My name is Captain Kidd, as I sailed, oh my name is Captain Kidd, as I sailed. My name is Captain Kidd, and God's laws I did forbid, and most wickedly I did as I sailed. To the execution dock, lay my head upon the block, laws no more I'll mock as I sailed. So take a warning here and heed, to shun bad company, or you'll wind up just like me as I sailed. My name is Captain Kidd, as I sailed, oh my name is Captain Kidd, as I sailed. My name is Captain Kidd, and God's laws I did forbid, and most wickedly I did as my name is Captain Kidd, as I sailed, oh my name is Captain Kidd, as I sailed. My name is Captain Kidd, and God's laws I did forbid, and most wickedly I did as I sailed. And most wickedly I did as I sailed, and most wickedly I did as I sailed. Thank you.
Excellent again, lads. So where did the idea, I suppose, Ciaran, come up with the sea shanty songs?
Where did the idea come from?
Yeah. It's a good idea, like, you know?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, definitely just always like sea shanties. We're from County Laois, as you know, which is a landlocked county.
Yeah.
The only county that touches a county that doesn't touch the sea.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
There you go,
I never thought of it before, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so we're always kind of fascinated with the sea, even just going to the sea when we're younger. Like all kids, we were always you're fascinated with the ocean.
Them two songs, I don't actually know them two songs, which I know a lot of. Are they traditional songs? Them two songs that you just sang, or where did they come from?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Yeah, they're just they go back. I'm not sure. I just realised the other day that Captain Kidd is actually very, very old, older than I thought actually. Yeah. They just go back to seafaring times mostly. All the sea shanties come back to the 17th century, the 18th century, when whaling was big and when privateering was big as well. You know.
So we're actually talking about like a couple of 100 years ago, then, really. Like,
yeah, old
okay.
songs like
It's really interesting. I'll have to listen to them again. Like,
they're nice, you know.
We have some fans, of course, tuning in, as I say. And believe it or not, we have Paddy Patrick out there. He's from New Zealand.
Paddy Patrick is a she, actually.
Sorry, Paddy Patrick, and up at 5:55 a.m. to tune in now tonight.
I know.
To see us. Some fans getting up at that time.
She does that every Saturday night, or her Sunday morning as well. So hello there, Paddy Patrick.
Hey, Paddy. Okay.
Paddy. Or
Brilliant.
Andrea.
We've got Kate Louise, Mary Martin, and Renata, of course, tuning in. There's loads of fans tuning in.
Nice,
but,
hello guys.
Several different comments coming in. What
All
about
good,
the next songs that you are going to do? Let me see what we have on your list. Your The Big Strong Man and The Star of the County Down.
Yeah, well, these we said we'll throw in two nice old Irish ones since we're Irish, and we'll do. And our forte really is Irish folk songs. So these are a pick of probably the two songs we like doing most live, I suppose, would it be?
Well, yeah, they definitely work well live, for sure. You know, they go on well.
I like your version of The Big Strong Man as well. Actually, I've heard you do that a few times. Like, are they songs that you requested a lot, or are they songs going on an album, or what's the? Yeah,
well, Start to Count It Down. First of all, we recorded with Nafina, and so we loved that one. That was nicely arranged with the two other boys. And Big Strong Man. Well, how did we just kind of we just start playing it? I think just start putting.
Yeah, we may have been doing a gig somewhere, and you know, sometimes kind of subliminally when you hear.
That's what it was.
music played in a pub or a venue, like on a playlist, it
Yeah.
kind of sticks in your head, and then you're like, I think I might learn that song of my own choice that I've just thought about randomly,
That's what it
but
was.
not really. You've just heard it like 20 times in the last month,
Yeah.
and on a playlist in a
what
pub or
happens.
something like that. So I think you were listening to one of the venues in town.
Yeah, what was it called? What was that venue?
I can't remember.
Oh my
It's been
God.
so long. It's been so long. But anyway, I think that's where it came from.
Yeah,
and then
it
we
was,
started doing
it
that
was in the
song, you know?
background music, basically, yeah, and we just
Yeah.
said, oh, that's nice.
Get that one down. Like, you know. I think that's another. I think that's a trad song as well. I think it's like it could be 100 years old or something like that
Something
as well.
like
as far
that,
as I know,
yeah.
like, you know. I think I might.
No,
might
it's not.
correct
It's
me.
not
Is
actually.
it not?
No, but I don't know who wrote it.
No? Oh, okay.
Like 70s,
Okay.
is it, or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Is it?
May,
Okay.
may even be sooner than that. I don't know.
Really? Like
Right.
a
Someone can let us
Don't
know.
Shave kind of a
Something like that. Yeah.
kind of
I have a feeling.
his Donegal kind of an era, maybe.
Really?
We don't know,
Okay.
actually.
Okay,
We'll
that's
look
interesting.
into it and we'll get
check
back to
it out.
you.
Maybe someone can comment and
Yeah.
tell us where the song comes from. We don't know. I've never looked up myself. I do sing it myself when I'm at a
Do you,
gig,
yeah?
but I never at a gig anymore. So I was saying to you earlier, actually, what was the feeling coming even here? Like, you know, well, you're going somewhere to do a gig, isn't it? Like, even when I was coming here tonight, I was like, geez, it feels like I'm going back to doing a gig, like, you know, which is a good feeling, I suppose.
I know,
to
yeah.
do it, like, you know.
Yeah,
How
it was
about yourselves?
yeah, it was definitely it trips out the door with extra luggage. It probably isn't the best thing in the world, but look, it's not too bad. You know, it's brilliant actually. To be honest with you, the stage is brilliant. You know, it'd be great if there was a reaction, like even a sad reaction out there from lots of people would be great. So then you kind of go, I'll do a bit more there. You know.
Absolutely. I was tempted to shout up or clap my
No,
hands
don't
or
mind.
something like, you know,
But no, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. And when we get to play on the stage, this is a great stage here. You know, so yeah, we're happy. I was excited anyway. It's nice.
For sure,
It's totally different as well, you know, because when you're home with the live streaming, you have the earphones on and you're kind
of
of
course.
you're in yourself. So this one is actually getting used to this now. At the beginning, we're getting used to the earphones. Now we're getting used to
for sure. Yeah.
the mics again, you know.
Yeah, it's great to have kind of like somewhere to go musically. You know.
Yeah.
Not like Tesco's or.
Cool.
No,
Well, lads, I'll let you do your next two songs, and then we'll get yapping about it. We'll get a bit more,
Okay.
a bit more out of you and see where he's from and the whole lot for anybody who doesn't know. I'll let you at it, lads.
Lovely stuff. Thanks. Oops. Thanks. Thank you. All right, so thank you, Stephen. And as Stephen was saying there, we're going to do a song called "The Big Strong Man," and of course, you all know it's about me. It's written about me, I'd say. And when he introduces the song, it's about him. So, but it's a good one. It's a fun one. I'll probably lose my breath during it, but it's not too bad. This is a Big Strong Man.
Can I get a little bit of the kick in the monitor, please? Cool, thanks.
All right, here we go. 2, 3. Oh, have you heard about the big strong man? He lives in a caravan. Have you heard about the Jeffrey Johnson fight? Oh, what a hell of a fight. You could take all the heavyweights you got. We've a lad who could beat the whole lot. He used to ring bells in the belfry. He's gonna fight Jack Dempsey. He was my brother, Sylvester. What's he got? I wrote a fret the medals on his chest. Big chest, he can fit the bandman in the west. He knows no resting for man. Hell's fire, don't push, just shove. Plenty room for you and me. He's got an arm, like a leg, and a punch that can sink a battleship. Big ship. He takes all the army and the navy to put the wind up Sylvester. He thought he'd take a trip to old Japan. Then he turned out the whole brass band, and he played every instrument they got. So like a lad, sure he played the whole lot. The old church bells will ring, hell's bells, the whole church choir will sing, hell's fire. They all turn out to say farewell to me brother Sylvester. He was my brother Sylvester. What's he got? I wrote a fret the medals on his chest. Big chest, he killed 50 bandmen in the west. He knows no resting for man. Hell's fire, don't push yourself. Plenty room for you and me. He's got an arm like a leg, and a punch that can sink a battleship. Big ship. He takes all the army and the navy to put the wind up Sylvester. He thought he'd take a trip to Italy, and then he thought that he'd go by sea. He jumped off the harbour in New York, And then he swam like a man made of cork. He saw the list of 10 years stress. What'd he do? He put the old boat on his chest, big chest. He drank all the water in the sea, and then he walked all the way to Italy. He was my brother, Sylvester. What's he got? I wrote a for the medals on his chest, big chest. He killed 50 barmen in the west. He knows no resting for man. Hell's fire, don't push, just shove plenty room for you and me. He's got an arm, like a leg, and a punch that can sink a battleship, big ship. He takes all the army and the navy to put the wind up Sylvester. Oh, have you heard about the big strong man? He lives in a caravan. Have you heard about the Jeffrey Johnson fight? Oh, what a hell of a fight. You can take all the heavyweights you got. We've a lad who could beat the whole lot, and he used to ring bells in the belfry, and now he's going to fight Jack Dempsey. He was my brother, Sylvester. What's he got? I wrote a for the medals on his chest, big chest. He killed 50 barmen in the west. He knows no resting for man. Hell's fire, don't push, just shove plenty room for you and me. He's got an arm like a leg, and a punch that can sink a battleship, big ship. He takes all the army and the navy to put the wind up Sylvester. He was my brother, Sylvester. What's he got? I wrote a for the medals on his chest, big chest. He killed 50 barmen in the west. He knows no resting for man. Hell's fire, don't push, just shove plenty room for you and me. He's got an arm like a leg, and a punch that can sink a battleship, big ship. He takes all the army and the navy to put the wind up Sylvester. He takes all the army and the navy to put the wind up Sylvester. Thank you very much.
All right. Cool. Okay, so I think we're doing our last, second last song. Okay, the last song is a surprise song, mystery song. So this one is a song called Star of the County Down. This one always goes down well. And we love playing it. It's a bit of a, it's a long one, but we enjoy playing it. And this one's a song about the fairest girl in County Down and all of Ireland, and a fella who was trying to coax her into marrying him, and she said yes. She paid a Derry Cave from Galway to Dublin town. No made a cynic a sweet Connie till I met in the County Down. As she almost spreaded the shaky head, I gave her a feeling rare. And says right to a passerby, who's your wrong with the nut brown hair? He smiled at me with pikes as he is the jewel of all Ireland's crown. Young Rosie went down from the banks of the Van and the Star of the County Down. From Banshee paid a Derry Cave from Galway to Dublin town. No made a cynic a sweet Connie till I met in the County Down. And a smile like a rose in June. And you had a list now from a Robert Trout. You should lift the mental tunes. At the pattern and that you be in a trance. You just skip to a jig or a reel. And a right shit on it, you lift your soul. And your act you would like to steal. From Banshee Bay to Derry Cave, from Galway to Dublin town. No maid a cynic a sweet Connie till I met in the County Down. At the Harvest Fair she sure to be there. And a dozen me Sunday clothes. With me hot dog to be shoes. Some bite for the kissing and a brown nose. No pie of a smoggle horse a yoke. With the rust of me loud and brown. Fight right to the spine and bite to the Star of the County Down. From Banshee Bay to Derry Cave, from Galway to Dublin town. No maid a cynic a sweet Connie till I'm in the County Down. From Banshee Bay to Derry Cave, from Galway to Dublin town. No maid a cynic a sweet Connie till I'm in the County Down. Bantry Bay to Derry Cave, from Galway to Dublin town. No mate, I seen a sweet Connie, and I'm in the county down. Down in the county down one morning as did I. Down the Bowling Green, and a sweet Colleen, and she smiled as she passed me by. She looked so sweet on her two bare feet, to the sheen of her nut brown hair. Such a coax and elevate to shake myself to make sure I was standing there. From Bantry Bay to Derry Cave, from Galway to Dublin town. No mate I seen like a sweet Colleen that I met in the county down. As she on my spade aid to shake me head, I gazed at the ceiling rear, and says I to a passerby, who's your man with the nut brown hair? He smiled at me with pride, says he is the jewel of Ireland's crown. Young old Jimmy Gunn from the banks of the Bann and the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay to Derry Cave, from Galway to Dublin town. No, oh, mate, I seen like a sweet Colleen that I met in the county down. Colleen that I met in the county down. From Bantry Bay to Derry Cave, from Galway to Dublin town. No mate I seen like a sweet Colleen that I met in the county down.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Lads, what an arrangement for that last song, The Star of the County Down. Oh my God. You're going to have to give me some background on that, because that is an unbelievable arrangement. And you had a tune, and what's the name of the tune that you were playing near the end of it?
Derek Doon.
Derek Doon, that's
Yeah.
the one that was in the
That's
World Cup, wasn't it? Or something like
Horslips
that?
did it, yeah.
The Horslips did the version.
Yeah.
Derek Doon, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
How did you come up with an arrangement like that first? Like, that's unbelievable. Like, it's fantastic, like, you know?
Yeah, I suppose it was you that
Well,
sowed the root, was it?
it's kind of a done thing to go from like Irish songs into kind of tunes. That tune is, what's it called? Morrison's Jig. So I think it's kind of a done thing to go from like a minor sounding song into a kind of a minor kind of jig or whatever tune suits it. Or it could be the march like that one, Derek Doon. So, but it's kind of, we kind of made it more angrier sounding, I think, because we're kind of into like rock music and metal music when we were kind of younger. So it kind of, I think it kind of stemmed from that, you know. Any kind of those minory kind of Irish songs we do, we kind of try and make them sound angry.
The change of rhythm and everything to go with it, like, you know, it's like it's unreal, like, you know. I really thought it was fantastic, like, to change a song like that, like. Your version of it is one of the best I've ever heard. Anyway, I have to say that.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
it's kind of nice, kind of experimenting it yourself as well to see what you can actually do. Because we've arranged that song like a long time ago, you know.
Yeah, that was the height of our arranging days.
Yeah, and then we stopped.
The height of the arranging days.
Yeah.
You arrange the songs obviously together when you're doing them together, but who more or less sets the song together? Or is there one of you that does more than the other with the arranging, or likes doing the arranging, or something? Or what way do you work out a song when you're doing like that? Yeah. Even a song like that, which is a traditional kind of song, as opposed to your original ones as well.
Yeah, but I suppose we have a good kind of arrangement. Pardon the pun. We have a good arrangement between ourselves. That Bowie kind of not looks after, but he's kind of more tends to do the songwriting, you know.
Okay.
And has kind of great ideas for that, whereas wouldn't be super duper songwriter.
You wrote that one song back in
remember that song I wrote?
1952.
But but like
Freemind.
So he does most of the songwriting, and you tend to do more of the arrangement.
Like he'll totally kind of gravitate towards like kind of writing songs, and then he might come to me and say like, I wrote this song, what do you think of it? And then like I'd be like, oh, that sounds great, but I'd love to do this with it and do that with it and change that. And the same goes for covers as well. Like Irish songs, something might just click, and I'd love to do that to that song, and then. You know, then it kind of goes from there, you know.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant.
And sometimes like arrangements happen on stages, you know, yourself when you're playing, you might do something by accident. And then you're like, oh, that's actually cool when I went to that.
The accidents sometimes really help, and you just realise, geez, that's good. And it's Bream Brothers, I'm sure that's happened loads of times. He just suddenly gelled, and you knew what was going to happen next, and he just did it. Even with songs, I'd say that happens automatic sometimes as well with certain songs when you like a new song that you start learning or playing. Does it? Or
it's surprised you there now.
Surprised, yeah.
When was the last time you learned a song? Did one of you tell me earlier it's been a while or something like that? You're going over songs you know over the last year.
It's like together going over it. Geez, yeah, I don't know. I mean, we were told one time to treat the stage as your rehearsal space. Darren Farrell told us that.
Yeah.
I always thought that was a great bit of advice.
It is really. It's the best rehearsal ever.
Because sometimes in Temple Bar where we play a lot, or in pubs in general, you might never see the people again. So you might as well just ruin the song, but you'll have the experience of ruining the song on stage.
That's right. I had Sarah Eichhoff was commenting there and saying she misses you playing in the Arch, and that would have been your regular spots.
That's
as well.
Right. Yeah.
You used to play, like, you know.
Sarah Eichhoff, famous banjo player from Germany.
That's right.
Yeah. Great. Fantastic.
Has music always been in the family, or how did music just come about, or have you our father play music? Or?
That's it. Yeah, it came from the father. It comes from both sides of the family. First of all, our granddad on our mother's side was a harmonica, drums. He played a bit of everything, accordion, melodeon, all this kind of stuff. He just loved music. Tin whistle, of course, as well. And then on our father's side, our father is a sean-nós singer, which is old style singing. And he plays a tin whistle and flute and all that kind of stuff growing up. And so both sides. And our parents just thrown us into Irish music lessons in Templemore when we're just babbies, you know.
Right. Okay.
So it's in our immediate family, it's our father that is probably the most, you know.
Mm-hmm. And you did a bit of travelling did the two of you do a bit of travelling? One of you mentioned before about going to Australia or something like that?
Yeah, I went to Australia there. Yeah. So what happened was, Ciaran came up to Dublin. We lived with each other for a year. I lost my job in 2009. I was doing landscaping, and then I headed off to Australia. And I don't know how long I was there. Maybe 1 to 2.5 years. I was there for a long while anyway.
Can you remember it?
Loads of crack. Didn't come home with a penny. Got stranded in Southeast Asia, and great crack altogether.
You got
And
stranded
all
in
that
South
time,
East.
Ciaran was learning how to arrange songs in music college.
You went to Ballyfermot College as well.
Yeah,
Ciaran,
yeah, yeah.
How'd you get on there? Because
Things
you
were
did a
great.
bit of sculpturing or that as well with the music, isn't it? Or
Sorry?
What did you do in Ballyfermot? What were you studying?
In Ballyfermot, I did the Kyoto course, the trad course,
Yeah.
and it was brilliant. You know, I kind of same as Bowie. I think that was the bust. The economy went bust, and I was working out in Cork construction, and I went up to Ballyfermot to learn the fiddle, and.
Oh, I've seen you
Still-
play the fiddle a couple of times.
still
actually.
learning it.
Yeah. Okay.
The guitar was only a side project that I got introduced to it at the end of the first year in Ballyfermot College. I was looking at someone playing, Pádraig Mohan from All Folked Up, and I was watching him playing. He's playing Jadgad.
That's actually one of the questions that come up. I was just asking if there's any questions that people want to ask, and Renata had asked why Dadgad as opposed to standard tune or anything like that, you know?
Yeah,
what's
that's why I like my chord skills on the guitar before that was minimal. I wouldn't be able to play at a house party. It was so bad, you know. And like I only played when we'd go like to Milltown and stuff like that. I'd only play guitar back at the tents.
Some
You know,
puddle of mud or something like that.
yeah, anything. I would just mess around, but I was terrible.
So you're not actually playing the guitar that long then, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, but I'd say 10 years now. I'd say 10 years. But I would have had the
Okay,
basics
so-
before that, but like I couldn't back a tune, anything. So, yeah, so I saw him playing. I was like, oh, how come those chords look really weird? That's not G, and that's not D, and that's not C. And then he said, oh, that's Jadgad Hey. And
Dadgad, of course, is great for back in the Irish tunes when you're doing
yeah,
that,
well,
if
yeah,
you're
that's
doing
kind
that
of where it stemmed,
with
the
Pádraig.
the droning chords. And then I tried on a cheap guitar I had, and I liked it. It suited me, and then I bought a guitar then that same year, and started hammering out.
So the fiddle doesn't come out often anymore at all then, doesn't it? The guitar's completely taken over.
You know, the thing about the fiddle is it sounds terrible when you're learning, and I never had the time, and I was never able to commit the time to kind of watch it change.
Right.
He has loads of time. He plays it all the time. He's just not getting
I
any
don't,
better.
yeah, I just can't get the hang of it. I actually can't get the hang of it. But
No, it's a hard
like,
instrument. Geez.
It's my favourite instrument. The fiddle is my favourite instrument, like without a doubt. And I love listening to people playing the fiddle, and like because I always want something to sound good, but when I listen to myself playing, it just sounds terrible. And then I kind of don't. I put myself off it, you know.
I think we could all say that about our own music anyway. Like, what about the technical side of the music? Because I know you've your name has been mentioned to me a few times about putting videos together and stuff like that. You kind of do that. You've done that for yourselves, obviously, and you've done it for other bands as well. Am I right?
Yeah, for sure. We thought when we started off as a band that we'd like to be like as self-contained as possible, you know. So we're only kind of relying on ourselves. We're not waiting for someone to do something for us, and we're not going places, you know, because you know, time is money. You know, if you're going off somewhere looking for something and doing something, you know what I mean, you're kind of wasting time that you could be putting into something else. You know, and then so we kind of decided. I was into that stuff, and I knew a little bit about it, so I went out and kind of bought a camera and a few bits and pieces. Learned a little bit about putting audio stuff together, and I literally only know like the tip of the iceberg with regards to video and audio stuff. But it's interesting, and it's all a learning process, you know. But if you it's easy to put together little videos now for people if they want, you know, or ourselves, you know.
Yeah.
And when I say easy, it's a nightmare, you know. It takes ages,
Well,
you know.
He's a perfectionist, that's why as well.
The go-to man with the technical side of doing, especially doing the live streams.
Yeah.
Even,
I just love it,
I
yeah.
think I even asked you. I phoned you up one day and said, "Ciaran, can you please tell me how to do this?" I hadn't got a clue. Like, no. I still haven't got.
I have
a
an
clue.
iPhone, Ciaran. Just show me what to do.
It just takes time, you know. Like our first stream actually, it wasn't even with Bowie. It was a couple of years ago when I was trying to get into it before all this, and I found it recently, the clip that I did, you know, on YouTube, and it was terrible. It was
brilliant.
horrible.
One of the first times that I ever met you, actually, which I'd forgotten about, when we were just talking about there a couple of nights ago. I met you. I think it was yourself, Ciaran. I'm not sure whether it was Bowie. Invited me along to RTE as we're doing it was a song contest. I think it was only for families or something like that. And at that time, I didn't even know you were brothers. I thought you were cousins. Like, you know. I think James O'Connor said to me, "They're brothers. They're not cousins." And I met your mum and dad and that. And I think I said something silly like, "To your mum and dad, oh, you're Kieran's mum." And I didn't say it or something like that anyway. But But what was going on there? That was, as I say, one of the first times seeing it, and kind of a setup like this is in with all the cameras and everything, like, you know.
Yeah.
So it was a song contest, was it? And it was just for families, am I right? Or?
Yeah, it was like a family talent show called Realta August Gaelta, and it was on TG4, sorry. And we were just asked along. There was actually a good few people sent us on links and stuff to go and enter it because we're a family and we play music. So we just found ourselves in there, and RTA Studios competing against, like, let's say 3 little 5-year-old girls and stuff at times, and whatever.
Crazy, way more talented than we were.
Way more talented.
Do you remember, when was that? Was that 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
3 years ago, I'd
3
say,
years ago.
yeah.
Do you remember what songs you sang on that?
We sang Lambe.
Lambe, that's
My hometown, I think.
My hometown as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Our
got
own
to like
songs, yeah.
semi-finals or something.
What's the history behind Lambe?
Lambe, it was our first ever single, first of all. And I tell you, it was just looking at irishcentral.com, had a little article out on the internet, and the headline was, there's wild red-necked wallabies out on an island off the coast of Dublin. And I was going, no way, it can't be, you know. So then I looked into the story, and yeah, there was wallabies out there. And then you just kind of, Lambe is such an interesting, you don't know much about Lambe. A lot of people, even from Dublin, they just know to see it. They don't know much about it, you know.
Until your song came, I didn't know of it.
You didn't know of it even,
yeah.
and you're from Dublin.
From Dublin,
yeah, exactly, yeah. So like, and it's crazy, loads of shipwrecks around. So there's loads of stories related to the island. So we just started.
Is there a drink, a Lambe drink or something?
Lambe drink as well, yeah. So about 5 months after we released the single, the Lambe whiskey got launched, and then we sent on the song.
Was that the plan? Like, no,
when no plan at all.
Like, no, I thought it was a very good, like, kind of publicity kind of thing to do, but it wasn't the plan.
We're not that savvy with the marketing and stuff like that. Going around finding out what beers are coming out.
Oh, crikey, no.
Write songs about it.
No, so that was it. And then we gifted them the song, and then they ended up bringing us out 2 years in a row to whiskey launches or their summer parties out on Lambe Island. It was cool, you know. So yeah, brilliant. What an island. Yeah, it's brilliant. So much about it, you know.
Let me see, what else have I got here? You've done a bit of travelling. You've done a bit in America, and I know you've had a tour planned last year, and then obviously the pandemic happened, and you're rescheduling all those dates is for next year. I'm assuming that you're rescheduling.
Yeah, but I hope so. Yeah, I hope so next year.
Where are we going to, or where are you planning on touring?
We were, so we flew out the day of the first day of the lockdown or something. I don't know, it was like the 13th of March.
So you actually had already flown out?
We had flown out and the world was shutting down, and then we got to play one gig. I went to Chicago, and then we jetted across to Indianapolis on like the Saturday night, and then we played one gig there, and then Aer Lingus gives an email saying get back on the flight there tomorrow in Chicago and come home, or else you'll be stranded forever.
Oh, wow.
Basically, you know. So we had there planned. We were from there, Chicago. We were going to go down to New Jersey. Then we had New Jersey into New York. Around New York, a few gigs around there, and then we were going to go up the coast to Connecticut and Boston and end in Maine. I think it was in the end of the day. Yeah. So it would have been our biggest tour to date, you know. But it was mad. Actually, coming back in the Chicago airport, we met other bands there, like, what are they called again?
Jig Jam.
Jig Jam were there, and we see all these sorry musicians going, heading home with their instruments.
Yeah, you probably met a good few musicians if everybody was getting the email from Aer Lingus. There was probably a rush to just get the ticket. They just gave you another, because you'd already booked the flight home, and they just moved it forward for you.
That's all, yeah. Just find the availability for us, and that was it, you know.
Wow,
mad time, yeah.
Which I'd say is they're looking forward to next year. And
yeah, we scheduled, can't wait.
You reckon you probably do it around, that was around Paddy's Day then?
That was a March tour, yeah. Yeah, we're going to try and do the same, maybe, you know. It all depends on how long the visa takes now, since, like, you know, whatever's happening. You know. Yeah, all rescheduled anyway, so we'll be back, you know.
Or would you have preferred to be stuck in America, though? Or did you want to come home?
I don't know. After the babies are home, I suppose I'll have to choose the babies. So.
Yeah. I have a strange one here for you lads. Renata...
it's all about Renata tonight.
It is actually.
She's on fire there, yeah.
She is on fire.
Renata and Paddy Patrick.
But she commented as well, and Carly Hayden as well also commented. And I don't know what's behind this, and it's really funny because last week when we had Finbar Cody on, we were asking him about his socks, and they're saying to bring the socks, lads. What is the story behind bring the socks? Is this an old joke or whatever that's going on?
Oh, I tell you, sock wars is a very intriguing topic. No, just to tell you what. Just in our live streams, like, we don't wear shoes in the house, obviously. Do you wear shoes in the house?
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
okay,
we take off the shoes. So, and we're out there gigging, and our feet are going like this. And sometimes we have funky socks. He's probably the funkier sock man. I just like black socks usually. And then some of the friends or fans start sending me in socks. Just like this one here.
Oh, wow, okay.
They said that was from, they're pretty great. They're like Freddie Mercury socks or something. So I'm not the trendy sock wearing type person at all. Right. But they start sending me in socks, and then I start winning the contest between.
Wait, hang on, they sent you socks?
Yeah, they said.
You've been sent socks from
Sounds very strange. Well, yeah, they do, yeah. Some people send socks. And then, my brother bought me socks there for my birthday this year as well. I'm like, Jesus, even you, like, you know. So, yeah, it's good stuff. So, sock wars, we call it, yeah.
Terry Torres is saying she's looking forward to seeing the three of us here. And we're coming close to the end now, lads. And,
hey, Terry.
Paul O'Brien has asked for Lanigan's Ball, which
wow.
I told him that there's no way Paul will be able to do Lanigan's Ball.
Classic Paul O'Brien.
Yeah, the amount of lyrics in the song and the rhythm and everything with fairly unrehearsed. But thanks very much to the two of you for coming along.
Cool, man.
We will give a bit of a treat and we'll do a song together. We're going to do the Ferryman as the song that we chose, which we have pretty much unrehearsed and quickly ran over just before we started tonight.
That was good, man.
The same what happened last week with myself and Finbar. So we're going to give the Ferryman, give us a second and we just get the microphones ready and we'll do the Ferryman.
All right, man.
And thanks for coming, lads.
This is nice. It's like a little campsite, isn't it? Kumbaya, my Lord. So while you're getting yourself ready there, Stephen, thanks for having us, pal. Thanks for having us, and thanks to the Scientology building or community hall, community center for having us, and the cameramen and the sound crew and the guys in the cafe and in the sound booth up there. And so thanks for having us. We're the Finns, and I hope you like the music. Thank you very much. Thanks for your hospitality.
Thanks, pal.
So, Ferryman, is it?
Yep.
All right.
You on? Yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
Two. I think I'm on a house.
3.
The little boats have gone from the breast of Anne the Liffey, and the ferrymen were stranded on the quay. The Dublin docks are dying, and the way life is gone. Oh, Molly, it is over, can't you see? Where the strawberry beds sit down to the Liffey, kiss away the worries from my brow. And I loved you well today, and I love you more tomorrow. If you ever love me, Molly, love me now.
Was the only job I knew was having never lonely. At Liffey Ferry made a man of me. It's gone without a whisper, forgotten even now. That's over, Molly, over, can't you say?
Where the strawberry beds sit down to the Liffey, kiss away the worries from my brow. And I loved you well today, and I love you more tomorrow. If you ever love me, Molly, love me now.
Well, now I'll tend the yard, and I spend me days in talking. We'll hear them whisper, Charlie's on the dole.
He's on the dole.
And Molly, we're still living, and darling, we're still young. But that river never owned my heart and soul.
Where the strawberry beds sit down to the Liffey, kiss away the worries from my brow. And I loved you well today, and I love you more tomorrow. If you ever love me, Molly, love me now. One last time.
and where the strawberry beds. Sit down to the Liffey, kiss away the worries from my brow. I loved you well today, and I love you more tomorrow. If you ever love me, Molly, love me now. If you ever love me, Molly, love me now.
Thank you very much, lads. Thanks for coming along.